Hey, good morning everyone. This is TC, your guiding chariot. Welcome to your daily reading. This will be for Sunday, March 24th. Brand new week. Thank you guys for being patient today. I was so tired after work last night, and I even slept in today. So I think it's like 10:30 or something now when I'm filming this. I don't know, something like that. But yes, so let's get into it. We have a bunch of aspects today. I'm going to simplify them a bit because there's like 6 of them today. First two, we have Moon making a trine to Mercury, and we also have the Moon making a sextile to Saturn. I'm kind of going to mush these two together because essentially they really bring out your practical side. And these two I think are really working together. This trine to Mercury, it's almost like, the heart meeting the mind. It's easy for you to think of new ideas, think of plans. It's easy to put your emotions into words. But you're very logical and clear thinking today because of this aspect, which is going to help the aspect with Saturn, because this aspect really brings a lot of growth and I want to say advancement. If you are kind of willing to do the work and kind of just get to it. So the more practical, the more grounded you can be today, the better. So if it helps to, make a little schedule, have a to-do list. So, you can methodically go through all the steps and check things off so you know what's done, what's left to, what's, still to do. The more practical you can be, the more success you'll have. We also have Mercury in conjunction with Neptune, which I think is also going to help. So yes, these are kind of opposite ends of the spectrum because I'm just talking about Saturn, making you real practical. Neptune is the complete opposite side of that spectrum. It's full of fantasy and very dreamlike. And that affecting or being in conjunction with Mercury, I think is really just helping you to get the best of the best. So when you're feeling out, what the schedule should be, what the plan should be, this, kind of fantastical energy of Mercury is kind of helping you to make the best scenario possible. So again, and I've been saying it for the past few days now, expect miracles or expect the best. I think that's what this Neptunian influence is. So yes, you need to be practical and diligent about what needs to be done and how you're going to do it. But that doesn't mean you have to phone it in. This Neptune quality is really bringing that idealism. Okay, so if I have to get, I have 24 hours today to do what I need to do. How many things can I fit in? What are the best things to fit in? What's the best case scenario? That's really what is going on between these 3 aspects, which I think is super beautiful. We also have some other aspects which I think are going to take place, on a kind of more personal level. So we have the Moon in a sextile to Pluto. So this, to me, sometimes brings up some disruptive moods, but if you kind of allow them to bubble up and go through them, because of this aspect with Pluto's our planet of secrets, transformations, it can lead to some great shifts and some new, I normally don't say this, but I feel like today it's really going to talk about new beginnings. These moods and maybe mood shifts to help to bring about a new perspective. So I think that will be beautiful. And then we have 2 slightly tougher aspects. So Moon is in an opposition to Mars. Sometimes this affects you physically. So you could be low energy. You may not be feeling really, feeling well. This also can make us a little quarrelsome. So you may be a little prone to, some fights. I think one thing that this particular aspect will help, it can make us a little impulsive. So it does something to keep in check. You don't want to just be running around doing whatever. But I think if you can kind of hone that a little bit, because remember, in opposition doesn't mean they're not getting along. It's not like a square. They just kind of don't know how to help each other. They're on opposite ends of the table. But if you can stick to that practicality that we talked about earlier with Mercury and Saturn, you'll have a list of things to do. If you can properly apply that impulsive nature coming through Mars, you can tick things off really quickly. So I think that could help as long as you stay focused on it, which is why I want to talk about it so you can be aware. We also have 1 square. Moon is making a square to Venus. Gonna be interesting emotionally. So you could feel a little depressed. I think you could definitely feel disappointed, especially in emotional connections and relationships, whether it's romantic or friends. Doesn't mean it's a bad relationship, but you could just, like, you could be craving more. I want more out of this. I wish we could do this. Doesn't mean what you have is bad, but you may just have this kind of like tinted lens as you look at it through today. You may also have maybe a little harder for you to express your emotions. And again, another opposite. So to me, this squares can be overly or easily overcome, because I talked about it with the moon in I think it's a trine. Trine to Mercury. So it's going to be easy to put your emotions into words. This square with Venus may make it hard for those words to actually come out, but you'll know what to say. So I would almost say, lean really hard into this Mercury and this Saturn aspect, this practical nature. All right, something doesn't feel right. I need to tell my partner, my friend, whoever this is, I need to say something about it, So be practical. Take the emotion out of it, so you can just, hey, so I just need to share something with you, I know that we've blah, 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 whatever the situation is, but I want you to know when this happens, I feel this way, I wish that we could, still have time together, still partake in whatever's going on, but in a way where it's mutually beneficial. I feel like I'm being taken advantage of, or it just makes me sad when this has to happen, whatever, however that applies. But be practical today, and I definitely would say you almost want to like step out of your emotions and not be cold, but be objective. Objective is the word. All right, and then our rune today, we got Awaz. I love when we get this rune. So this is the rune of the yew tree. So to me, this is really about longevity. This is looking at the things that are going to last, looking at the things that aren't flighty or flash in the pan. It can speak to beginning and endings. I don't know why that word was so hard to get out of my mouth. Loyalty also is another thing. So especially if I'm talking about this and it's bringing up relationship things for you, look to where there has been shown loyalty. Because like I said, you may feel disappointed in a relationship, but that doesn't mean it's bad. You know what I mean? It could just be a moment, or there could be a thing that normally isn't so much of a problem, but today it just feels like, oh my God, you're really dropping the ball and I don't like it. It may just be a little bigger today, which is a great time to actually bring it up and talk about it, because at least you have the example. Like, this is what affects me. Can we change this? Everything else is good. This needs work. So look to where there's been loyalty. Look to where there's value. And I know you guys know where that is. If this came up the blank side, if this came up reverse, there is a tendency to kind of throw away the baby with the bathwater, like to throw away something of value because it's like, it has like a little scuff on it. Instead of just cleaning it, you just get rid of the whole thing. If that came up reverse today, then I'd be worried about that. Since it came upright, I already know you're aware where there's value, where there's trust, where there's loyalty. Here with the planetary aspects, something may be, bothering you a little more than normal, or you may be prone to pop off a little bit more about something that normally you'd kind of let slide and ignore. I don't think you should just go to that behavior and just ignore it. I think it's coming up like that, so it gives you a chance to, hey, I need to tell you something. But again, just be practical about it, be objective. This is how I feel. I wish we could change this. Could we do it this way? That kind of thing. I think the more you can lean on that, the more successful you will be today. And then it allows you time, like I talked about with your little to-do list, allows you time to take care of what you need to take care of as well. All right? Okay, let's tilt this guy down. God, I haven't even washed my face today, so I hope I don't look like a troll. Like, I'm kind of excited to get the camera off me. All right, so since Mercury seems to be playing quite a role in today, I got the Messenger Oracle. Mercury is our messenger planet. And apparently we couldn't wait. Okay. Oh, we got two. I thought we only had one. All right. So we have need and necessity. So I definitely think this is what I was talking about with that practical nature, need versus necessity. What needs to be done, what is important, what is essential, what is a necessity versus what are these impulsive, flighty things that may distract you from today. And I think it also speaks to all the things that kind of pull our attention. needs, desires, wants, likes, all those kind of things. And you can kind of see those oppositions kind of mirrored in the card. You have the sun for day, the moon for night. You have like a black raven. It looks like an eagle on this, like a little white eagle. I'm also getting the idea of wisdom. Sorry, I was holding the card too high. So you can see that it's like this three-headed bird, which is giving me very like moon goddess vibes. Maiden mother crone situation. You've got yin and yang. Universal balance. I'm also looking at this third eye. So it's this idea of wisdom over, like cleverness, I would say. And you may also be getting messages from your guides, because we have 3 birds here, and then we have like the eagle or the hawk up here, which is, like a super messenger from spirit. So you may also be getting messages, but I think here this is really about, leaning on that practicality. What needs to be done? What are the things that are very important and key to not only today, but to your journey, what you're working on, your passions, because we keep talking about this passion project. And then we also got embrace the feminine. For some of you, I feel like this is showing up as like a literal feminine in your world. So there may be, a woman in your life that figures prominently. This could be a relationship. This could be a friendship. But there may be something about this connection with this female that needs to be maybe fixed or embraced. I do think this also speaks to your own creativity. We've been talking about bringing in this new creation into your world, whether it's a project, whether it's a job, whether it's a love, whatever it is. To me, embracing the feminine is really about embracing that nurturing, creative side of yourself. So some of you, I think this is an actual female. Most of you, I think this is your own feminine nature. And it kind of makes sense because we do have that opposition with Mars today. So the masculine side, the aggressive, assertive side, might be a little out of whack. So instead of, being super aggressive, take a more nurturing approach today. That may garner you a little more success. And I know for some reason I wanted to say recognition. I don't know why. But you may get noticed more for, how you allow things to happen, or the gentle side of things versus you going in and bossing everybody around. You might garner more favor going the other way. All right, and I have the Tarot La Nuit for our spread today. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where'd you go? Ah. All right, so definitely could be talking relationship things. Look at this. 2 of Cups coming up. So, definitely talking about relationships. I feel like this is going to be about a friendship more than I'm definitely feeling this is more platonic than romantic. Oh, someone flipped over. We have 2 that are flipped over. All right. So we have the Ace of Wands here, followed by the 6 of Pentacles. All right. I'm liking that. I'm actually liking that a lot. So Ace of Wands, desire, motivation. To me, this is giving me a lot of action. And then the 6 of Pentacles is all about being in a flow, giving, receiving. And I want to say that's about the 2 of you. I kind of feel like this is going to be, for some of you, and I think this is a very small portion of you, it may even only be one of you. Thank you. But I feel like this is a business partnership. Like I think you guys own a business together, or you're on the same team together, you're working on an assignment together. Like I feel like for, again, a very small portion of you, maybe only one of you, this is a work relationship But I feel like you guys own something together. Like it's like your baby with this Ace of Wands, because there's a lot of passion inside of it. And I think the balance between either your participation and the effort you guys are putting in, I feel like that, ooh, Knight of Swords after that. I feel like that needs to be addressed. I feel like the balance here, I don't want to necessarily say it's off, because you guys definitely care. Like, this isn't a bad relationship, this isn't a bad connection, but I feel like one or both of you may sense, you know, the flow isn't exactly right. It's not bad, but there's something that could be tweaked a little bit. One of you may also be spying on the other one, watching what the other one's doing, here with the Knight of Swords. But I feel like this flow kind of needs some attention brought to it. I don't necessarily feel that it's uneven, because again, if this came upright, then I would think that, and it didn't. I mean, sorry, reversed, I would think that, but it came upright. So I do think it's balanced, but I almost feel like there's things on one's plate that the other one wants or should have, and vice versa. You know, like maybe there's things on someone's plate where another person maybe has a little more natural skill with it, or it's something like this person has something that this person, you know, felt really strongly about, and again, vice versa, can go both ways. So I almost feel like the scales are balanced, but we'd be a little happier if we took like 3 coins from this side and 3 coins from this side and did that. Like the balance would still be the same, but I feel like you're like looking at the other dish like, oh, I want that one, and then this person's like, I want that one. So I feel like there could be a little rebalance. That one's real specific. Like I said, that may even be for only one person out there. If I generalize that, you know, this is still a relationship. You know, there is passion here. There's connection. So it's a good relationship. I'm not worried about that. It's something about the balance between the two of you. This could even be, if this is just friends, like this could be balancing, you know, maybe one is giving a little more than taking. And again, not by a lot, but, you know, could be a thing. We've got the World card. I actually kind of like that. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So definitely something nurturing going on here. I always think that with the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is very concerned with, look at that, bottom of the deck right now. Justice card, balance. Again, could be dealing with a Libra. You could be the Libra, the partner could be a Libra, but definitely could be a Libra involved somewhere. But again, Justice card, karmic balance, weighing and balancing out the scales. You know, I almost feel like if there is an imbalance in this relationship, if it is, and again, like I don't think it's like crazy uneven, it's just slightly uneven, just a little bit. And someone is starting to notice. One of you or both of you are starting to kind of become aware that, okay, this is a little one-sided. One of you is taking advantage, or one of you is allowing yourself to be used. Like something's going on. With the World card, that is completion. So I think we're closing out whatever this imbalance is. And you may even have to me, this Queen of Pentacles, although it's a very nurturing, loving energy, the focus here is really on wellness. And a lot of times it's health, physical wellness, well-being, all that kind of stuff. So I kind of feel like this energy is kind of about, you know, kind of taking care of your needs. What your needs and necessities, really. What is it you need out of this relationship? And again, on the whole, I think this is a good relationship. I'm not trying to say, oh my God, this is shit, someone's using you, get the fuck out, like it's over, you're done. Like we're just finishing, you know, this kind of way of doing things so it actually can become better and more balanced, obviously, but also more like fulfilling for both parties. You know, this Queen of Pentacles wants everyone to feel good. You know, are you full? You feeling good? Your body's sore? You know, you're getting your exercise, all that kind of stuff. But so this energy just wants you to feel good. It wants both parties to be balanced and harmonized and all these good things. So I do think, and it's funny, I look up the bottom of the deck from the Oracle, is be without malice. So again, there's no need to get angry. There's no need to come at someone and be like, hey, you're dropping the ball. Or hey, you know, I'm putting more into this than you are. Not the case. And definitely not the approach. You also have embrace the feminine. The masculine would go in guns ablaze and be like, no, 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 no. Yeah, the feminine's gonna be like, hey, so this is a thing I've noticed. Can we talk about it? Or hey, I've noticed you've been behaving a little differently. Is something going on? You know, go in asking questions. Don't go in barking orders, essentially. Because again, this is still something valuable. You know, I talked about that with AWAS. You know, could be throwing the baby out with the bathwater. There is something beautiful here. These are beautiful cards to get together. You know, there's just something that I think maybe needs a little tweak. One or both of you has noticed a shift. So we just want to address it so that everyone is getting exactly what they need and everything is balanced. So there's some key relationship. And again, this could be with, you know, a female. But again, this energy could be, you know, everyone possesses masculine and feminine energy. So it doesn't have to be a female. I do feel like, especially if you're that like probably one person I'm talking to that has that work relationship, both of you could be female because you have two females here, you have another one here. And I keep thinking it's like you're like a small business owner or something. Like I feel like you share a business together or something. So whoever that is, you're welcome. But on the whole, quality relationship needs a little bit of tweak. We're gonna get there. You know, the way to do that, bring up a conversation. Definitely ask questions. I definitely want that to be the key. That's how you get this rolling. Don't just go in guns a-blazing, all right? Ooh, interesting. I have a Libra in my life too. I almost feel like what's going on? Like, all right, I don't know, something to be aware of. All right, my lovelies, I'm gonna send you guys out. Again, thank you for being patient. I'm sorry you had to wait today. As always, love you guys. I hope that we can connect. If you have anything to share with me, drop it in the comment section below. As always, thank you for reaching out. Thank you for the likes, the comments, especially the subscribes. If you're new, welcome. Definitely subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'm going to get up, wash my face, have breakfast, and then I'm going to start filming the April videos. So those will be up shortly. So make sure you're subscribed and have the notification bell on so you can be notified when your video pops up for your April prediction. With all that, I'm going to send you guys out. Again, if you want to book a private reading with me, all that info will be in the description box. Love you guys, take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.